Hi, welcome to Fable's 30 Days of Yoga series. My name's Laura Dodd. I'm a yoga teacher and I'm also the founder of a digital yoga movement and meditation studio which has web and app platforms. I'm going to guide you through today a grounding flow. So we're going to be working with balance, grounding down through a nice connected breath and working into opening the hips and hamstrings. You could have one block for this practice. So coming to stand tall at the top of the mat, feet hip distance apart, getting that lovely grounding sensation through the feet. So find your balance point, ground down through all four corners of the feet. And then we're going to bring the hands to heart center. So this practice, I want you to focus on creating a lovely grounding, connected breath so we can connect into ourselves. So inhaling and exhaling. And let's do one more there. Big breath in, connecting into you. Exhaling there. Release it down. We're going to sweep the hands all the way up. Inhale. Exhale, draw the hands back to heart center. So getting this breath and movement connection here. Breathing in, grounding ourselves in our bodies and breath. Exhale. And Jali Mudra. Release the hands down again. Inhale, we're going to sweep the hands all the way up, reach up. Exhale, forward fold without swinging those hips back, folding over the legs. Now take a nice deep fold in those legs to start. Bend in the knees, let the head just hang. And we're just going to softly hold in our ragdoll just to open up through the back of the body just for a moment. So bring the weight slightly forward in the feet. Let the upper body just hang up and over the legs. Maybe you draw the lower belly in to find a little bit more space to fold. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe take a little bit of movement here. Big breath in. Exhale. Lovely. Now we're going to lift and lengthen halfway. You can always take the previous option, so you can come into ragdoll if this is too much. You can place the peace fingers around the big toes, find that nice flat back. So first 2 fingers around the big toes, lengthen the heart space forward. Exhale, elbows draw east-west, find that nice deep forward fold. Again, bend the knees if you need. Find that nice long spine. Opening up through the hamstrings, breathing, grounding breath, breathing in. Exhale. One more there, big breath in, connected breath. Exhale. Release the fingers. We're going to rise all the way up. Stand tall. Lovely. Exhale, sweep the hands all the way down. Inhale, lift and lengthen fingertips to the mat or hands to the shins. Exhale, place the hands on the mat. We're going to step back to our plank position. Holding in your plank, drawing up through the lower belly. Shoulders wrap around the body, breathing in. Exhale, drop the knees, shift the weight forward, half vinyasa, hug those elbows in. Drop the belly down. Inhale, lift the chest, cobra. Exhale, push into the hands, lift the hips, tuck the toes, down dog. So we're finding this nice, steady, nourishing, slow movements, this connected movement. Find your down dog, lift the tailbone, nice long spine. Chest magnetizes towards the thighs, maybe your heels draw to the earth, maybe your knees are bent. Breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, step, baby steps up to the top of the mat, find your halfway lift. Flat back. Exhale, folding here. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Connect. This time we're going to step the right foot back, keeping both legs straight, reaching up through the fingertips. Now finding a nice active stretch, pushing off the ball of the back foot, we're going to start to fold, hinging at the hips. Find that nice long spine, keep that length in the back of the neck. Squeeze right glute on, push off the ball of the back foot. Lovely, one more breath there. Exhale, bending into the front knee, just if you need, arrow lunge. Nice and active through that front thigh. We're holding this in the core, so this is a gently strengthening class. Squeezing that right glute, reaching through the fingertips. One more breath there. We're trying not to drop the hands here. We're going to drop the back knee down to the mat, untuck the toes, reach the hands all the way up. Find that nice heart opener. opening up and out of the lower back, lift the chest. Front knee tracks over front ankle, one more breath there. Exhale, shifting the weight back. Again, don't worry if you lose your balance, but we're trying to keep the hands lifted. You see I'm losing my balance, reaching forward. Maybe you keep the back toes tucked to find a little bit more stability. Maybe you drop the fingers to the mat. Nice, extending through that front leg, toes flexed. Coming forward, again, trying not to drop the hands come to heart center. Coming into your Skandasana. Draw that left knee out, right toes flex up to the sky. Inhale, you're going to draw yourself up to goddess. Now, toes point out, heels in. Sink low, keep the hands at Anjali Mudra. Maybe you come onto the toes here. Keep the shoulders rolling down, draw tall through the crown of the head. Breathe, sink low into those hips. Draw the knees out and back behind you. One more breath there. Inhale, straighten the legs. Toes in, heels out. Reach the hands up. Exhale, reach the hands forward here, hinging at the hips. Again, active stretch through the back of the legs, through the back of the body. Weight forward in the feet. Reach through the fingertips, flat back. If you feel okay there, hands maybe come to the outside edge of the feet. Draw the crown of the head down to the mat. Variation D. So we want to draw the chest down and forward. Lift the tailbone. Maybe your knees are slightly bent. Draw those elbows out east-west. Breathing in here. Exhale. Inhale, we lengthen. Don't worry how far you come down. Exhale, fold. Inhale, unravel. Rolling all the way up. Maybe you roll the shoulders a couple of times here. And we're going to spin round to the front of the mat. We're going to frame that front foot and we're going to step it back into our plank position. Holding here, really pushing into those hands, doming that back up to the sky, central point between the shoulder blades, domes up to the sky. Belly button draws to spine, one more breath. Exhale, drop the knees, lowering down, half vinyasa. Lovely, inhale, lift, cobra. Keep those shoulders drawing away from the ears. Exhale, push into the hands. Lift the hips, tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. 3 big connected breaths here, breathing in. Exhale. Keep that nice long spine as you breathe in. Exhale there. Keeping that chin tucked slightly. One more breath. Exhale. Inhale, step all the way up to the top of the mat. However you would like, baby steps or one big step, find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift. Now we're going to place the hands underneath the feet. You can come back to ragdoll or the previous variation with the first 2 fingers around the big toes if this is too much. Lift and lengthen halfway, find that flat back. Exhale, elbows draw out east-west. Padahastasana. Weight forward in the feet, lower belly pulls in. Breathing, relax that neck. Big breath in. Arms gently draw you down, exhale. One more breath there. Lift that tailbone up, maybe your knees are slightly bent. Exhale. Release the hands. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, we fold. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up, reach up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Connect. Lovely. Inhale, sweep the hands all the way up. Stepping the left foot back this time, straightening through the front leg. Find that nice long spine. Left glute pulls forward, left hip draws forward. Exhale, reaching through the fingertips, finding that flat back. Don't worry how far you come down. We want this to be nice and active. Hold this in your core, strengthening through the legs as well as opening. Push off the ball of the back foot. One more breath. Exhale, bending into the front knee. Maybe you slide that back foot back slightly. Arrow lunge. Breathe into this one. Deep, big breaths. Reach through the fingertips. Hold this in the core. Squeeze left glute. One more breath. Exhale. Drop the back knee down. Keep the toes tucked. If you want a little bit more balance, lift up with the hands. We're trying not to drop the hands here. Lift the chest. Open the heart space, gaze up. One more breath. Exhale, straightening through front leg. Don't drop the hands. You could bring them down if you need. We're trying to reach the fingers forward. Nice long spine, toes flexed. Breathe. Lovely, opening through that front hamstring, building that connection and balance. One more breath there. Exhale. Inhale, come forward, hands to heart center, sink into right hip, Skandasana. Left toes flexed. Breathe. One more there. Exhale. Inhale draws you up, goddess. I'm going to spin around to face you. Bending into the knees draw back behind you, hands heart center. Connected breath, maybe you come onto the toes. Squeeze those knees back behind you, sink low. Draw tall through the crown of the head, one more breath, sink a little bit lower. Inhale, extend the legs, toes in, heels out, reach the hands up. Exhale, reach those hands forward, don't swing the hips back, keep the weight forward in the feet. Long spine. Same options, hands come to the outside edge, hold there, or come to variation D, hands outside edge of the feet. Draw the elbows out. If you want to take a little headstand, hands come to the mat. Bring the hands down, elbows draw in, making sure you're nice and steady in your practice. And lifting all the way up. Keep that core nice and active. Squeeze those inner thighs together, glutes on. Breathing. Find that nice connected breath wherever you're at. Coming all the way back down if you lift it up. And unraveling slowly, one vertebrae at a time. Roll those shoulders at the top. Come back to the front of the mat, ground the hands, step it back, plank position. Hold in your plank. You can always drop the knees if you need. Strong connected breath, really pushing into those hands, fingertips nice and wide. One more breath there. Exhale, drop the knees, shift the weight forward, or full vinyasa if you like. Inhale, we lift. Cobra. Exhale, push into the hands. Lift the hips, tuck the toes, down dog. 3 breaths here, child's pose if you wish. If you want to come into child's pose, knees nice and wide, seat comes back to the heels. 3 breaths here, breathing in. Exhale. Strong breath, reach through those fingertips. Exhale. One more there, nice and active, long spine, exhale. Coming back to down dog, we all meet in down dog. Stepping forward, inhale to the top of the mat. Find your halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. You can take your variation. Fingertips come around the big toes, fingers come around the big toes, or hands slide under the feet. Lengthen the heart space forward. Exhale, fold. So this nice opening stretch for the back of the hamstrings, a nice active stretch. Crown of the head draws down. Breathe in, heart space draws forward. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we lift and lengthen and roll all the way up to standing nice and tall. Well done. Reach the hands up, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, reach the hands all the way up. Step the right foot back, straightening through the legs. Lovely, find that right hip drawing forward. Exhale, squeezing right glute as you tip forward, pushing off the ball of the back foot. We really want to nice and strengthen and open through these hamstrings. Nice active stretch, belly button to spine. One more breath there. Exhale, fingertips come down to the mat now. We're going to glide off the back leg, lifting that right leg nice and high. So your options here are keep those hands on the mat. Maybe you take the bind with one or both hands, squeezing that top leg all the way up. Use the strength of the legs to lift a little bit higher, toes nice and active. Folding over the leg, one more breath. Exhale, dropping the back foot all the way down to the mat with control. Left hand comes to the mat, center of the mat. And then you're going to draw this left knee up as you sweep the right hand up, finding a side plank variation. You can hold here or you could drop the bottom knee if you need. Rotation of the chest, hips high. Lift those hips, lovely. Take the gaze up, one more breath. Take the left foot back, right leg lifts. You can hold in your supported variation this whole time if you need. Rotation of the chest, breathe. Exhale, drop right foot behind, right hand sweeps up and over, find your wild thing. Maybe your hand comes to heart center. Rotation through that left shoulder. Lift the hips, lift the heart space. And then exhale, we're going to slowly lower ourselves down with control, all the way onto the mat. Well done. Coming to drop the feet down on the mat, hands come behind the knees. Lift up and out, the lower back, shoulder blades draw back. Maybe you hold here. Maybe you lift the legs, Navasana. Get your balance on those sit bones. Draw that lower belly in, belly button to spine. Chest is open. Maybe you extend the arms. Maybe you extend the legs. Taking what you need today. Really lifting up and out of that lower back. Lovely, one more breath. Exhale, ground the ankles, ground the feet, cross the ankles, and step it back, plank position. Breathing here. Squeeze that belly button to the spine. Exhale. Big nourishing breath in. Exhale, drop the knees, lowering down, half vinyasa or full if you want. Inhale, we lift the chest. Exhale, pushing into the hands, lift the hips, tuck the toes, down dog. Nice long spine, steady conscious breath, breathe in. Exhale, heels gently draw to the mat as you breathe in. Exhale. One more there, lovely, breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, you walk all the way up to the top of the mat. Find your halfway lift. Take your variation. Find your nice flat back on the inhale. Exhale, fold. Elbows draw out. Bending those knees if you need. Crown of the head draws to the mat. Steady, conscious breath. One more there. Exhale. Release the feet down. Inhale, roll all the way up. Sweep the hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Lovely, we're going to step the left foot to the back of the mat. Reach the arms up. You know where you're going. Squeeze left glute. Reach up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Lovely, find that nice long spine. Grounding sensation through the feet. One breath more, connected breath there. And then exhale, we're going to glide off the back leg, bring the fingertips to the mat, and find our standing split. So taking your same variation that you did on the other side, really using the strength of the legs to lift nice and high with that top leg, really folding over that bottom leg. One more breath there, lift a little bit higher. And then exhale, dropping the left foot down. Right hand comes to the center of the mat, drawing the right knee in, side plank variation. Take your supported variation if you need. This is absolutely fine. Just keep the hips high, lift through the chest. Maybe you come into the tree variation. If you're coming with me, lift top leg. Lovely, one more breath there. Exhale, drop the left foot behind. Reach the left hand all the way up and over or hand to heart center. Hips high, gaze goes up and over. Lovely, breathe. One more there. And slowly with control, we lower all the way down to the mat. Coming into your Navasana. So same options apply, or we're going to take a little slightly different variation this time. So hands behind the back of the knees. Maybe you hold there. Maybe you lift the legs. Maybe you lift the arms. If you're going to come with me, we're going to lower all the way down as we extend the right leg long. Inhale, we're going to lift. Exhale, we're going to lower, left leg long. Let's do 2 more on each side. Really trying to lift up and out of that lower back. Keep the belly button drawing to the spine. Keeping the chest nice and open. 1 more on each side. Breathe. Well done. Exhale, lower. Inhale, we lift. 1 more breath. Exhale, cross the ankles, ground the hands. Step it back, high plank. We're going to hold here, one breath. Exhale, release. Right foot steps up, outside right hand, get it there however you can. And we're going to hold in our lizard. So you can leave the back leg lifted, or you want to have a more restorative version, you drop the bottom knee down. Option to stay on the hands or bring the forearms down to the mat. We start to soften now. Coming to that steady grounding breath. Send the breath to any areas of tightness, drawing that right thigh in towards your shoulder. Keep that nice length in the back of the neck. Keep the shoulders drawing away from the ears. Connected breath, connected conscious breath, breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, coming back onto the hands if you moved onto your forearms. We're going to slide right foot across, lowering down into our pigeon pose. Now this is where you could use your block underneath the right hip if you need. Try and get those hips nice and square, draw that left hip down to the mat. Open the chest, one breath, shoulders away from the ears. Exhale, fold. Come down, find your edge. And send the breath to that hip. Send the breath to where you need it. Try and keep that chest nice and open, melting down into the mat. Try and release any gripping in the body with every exhale. Softening. Deep breaths. Let's take 3 more breaths here. Really drawing that left hip down. Hips nice and square, keeping that front foot flexed. One more deep breath in. Exhale, release. You can release it through the mouth if you need. Inhale, you're going to come up. Nice and slowly tuck back toes. Step it back, plank position. Breathe in here. Exhale, release. Really push into those hands. Left foot comes to the outside edge of left hand. Dropping down onto the back knee if you need, more restorative. Take your variation, so come to the same position you did on the other side. Maybe your forearms come down, maybe you're on your hands. Hug that left hip in towards the torso. Shoulders away from ears, belly button to spine. Trying to soften here a little bit, breathing into the pose. Deep and conscious breath. Steady breath in through the nose. Exhale through the nose. One more there, breathing in. Exhale. Inhale, come up onto the hands. If you came onto your forearms, slide left foot across, heel toe all the way across. And we're going to come down into our pigeon pose. So find your position first. Get those hips nice and square. Use your block underneath the left hip if you need. Lift the chest, open. Breathe in. Exhale, fold. Find your degree, find your edge, softening. Working this practice down now a little bit. Engaging the parasympathetic nervous system. Finding that true rest and restoration for the body as we ground in our bodies and breath. Keep that steady breath going. Just 3 more breaths here now. Lovely. This time, big breath in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth, release. Inhale, coming up onto the hands. Step it back, tuck the back toes, step it back. Plank position. Option to move through a vinyasa or just come to sit at the top of the mat. So taking what's going to work for you today. Inhale, we lift. Exhale, down dog. Ripple it back. Lovely. And then we're all going to meet in seated position at the top of the mat, bringing the legs nice and long. Nice. So finding this nice long spine. To start, hands are going to come behind you, fingertips face forward. On the inhale, you're going to lift the hips, lift the chest, trying to wrap the soles of the feet to the mat, finding that little back bend. Trying to hold your neck. If you want to drop it back, you can. One more breath there. Slowly lowering down. Exhale, we're going to fold. So we're going to work through this a couple of times, this little flow. Inhale, hands come behind you, fingertips face forward. Lift. Lovely. Exhale, lower. Find that nice forward fold. Last one, breathing in. Open that chest. Squeeze the glutes. Exhale, lowering down. And find your forward fold. Find your edge, find that nice long spine. Exhale. Lovely. Inhale to come up. We're going to bring the soles of the feet together. Long spine, lift up. Exhale, fold. Konasana. Trying to keep those sit bones grounded as you open the knees out to the side, the soles of the feet open to the sky. Nice. One more breath there. Exhale through the mouth, release. Inhale, come up. Going to come into your final pose. You are welcome to take Supta Baddha Konasana, the feet together, knees butterfly out to the side. Or you can come into your traditional Shavasana. So listen into what your body needs today. To finish this practice, I want you to bring yourself back to that steady, conscious, grounding, connected breath. We're not going to hold here for that long, but it's so important to try and take this final part of the practice. So whatever you've got going on today, just drawing the awareness inwards just for a few more moments. Drawing that awareness into you, into the four corners of your mat. Softening, breathing, releasing. Release into the mat. Release any tension with every little more exhale. Just a couple more moments here. Nice, and then we're just going to start to wiggle the fingers and the toes. Reaching those hands all the way up over the head, take a nice full body stretch. And then either rolling over to the right hand side, taking a moment there, and then gently moving up to seated, or just moving nice and slowly into a comfortable seat. Big breath in. Exhale, release it through the mouth and let it all go. One more there, breathing in. Exhale, release. Hands come to the heart center, Anjali Mudra. And then thumbs come to the third eye center of the forehead. Namaste. Thank you for joining me for day 10 of Fable's 30 Days of Yoga, and I look forward to seeing you next time.